Madam
Good
Padmasri
morning.
Madam.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good
Good job.
morning.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll just, I love to share the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, still we have time, ma'am. 10 more minutes time.
Huh.
You get relaxed.
No, the thing is, how do I take the presenter thing? Share screen from that,
You
right?
you can share your screen, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
No, because I just want to confirm with you, like.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Madam, good morning. After a long time.
Good morning, sir. Chakrapani, sir.
Madam, బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నాను సార్.
చాలా కాలం అయింది మేడం. అంతా బాగున్నారు మేడం ఇక్కడ. ఇంకే మేడం అందరూ పాపలు అందరూ బాగున్నారా? మీ పిల్లలందరూ?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
మేడం ఓకే
Happy
మేడం
to see you,
వచ్చేస్తున్నారు.
sir. Happy to see you.
యా థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Ashok sir. Ashok sir. Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, Ashok sir, your voice is not clear, sir. Your voice is not clear. Padmasri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Dr.
Is my, ma'am, call me Hemalata, just no doctor always. It seems something embarrassing, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Is my voice audible?
Yes. What about mine?
Yeah, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear.
Madam,
Yes. What about mine?
Sir,
Yes.
some disturbance is there, sir.
madam, madam, good morning, madam. Am I
Yes,
audible, madam?
yes, sir. Now it's clear, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning.
Shall we
So,
wait for 5 more minutes, sir?
yeah, it's better, madam. Now 31
Yes.
June.
Yes, yes, sir.
In YouTube
YouTube 14.
14. Yes.
14, sir. Okay, wait for 5 more minutes, sir, then.
Yes, ma'am. It's better.
Dr. Hema,
Ma'am.
please keep a watch on the YouTube chat.
Yeah,
Whatever you may have to inform me because I will be only on Zoom. I'll
Yeah,
not be able to access the YouTube chat.
yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
anything important, you please pass
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I'll send you messages, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Hema, hello.
Ma'am, tell me, ma'am.
The thing is, I was just trying the slides. When I present the slides, the video display of ours should be closed down, I think. Otherwise, the slides would be covered.
Ma'am.
Okay. So, because my slide, almost the right portion, almost 1/4 is being covered.
Okay.
But
Ma'am, you go ahead as your convenience, ma'am.
No.
Depending on your convenience, you can go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. No. What I'm trying to tell is this PowerPoint, it should not cover our videos, should not be covered. That is what
Yes.
I'm.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Maybe you need to change the setting for the PowerPoint slide full view.
Okay, I'll talk to webmaster, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute, ma'am. I'll talk to him.
Or else you can try, madam. Now you can see.
Madam, please repeat.
సార్ అది పైన కనిపించకుండా వీడియోస్ అదే పైన ఫొటోస్ అలా కనిపించకుండా ఫుల్ స్క్రీన్ వచ్చేలాగా పవర్ పాయింట్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్.
ఒకసారి షేర్ చేయమనండి ప్రెసెంట్.
ఓకే నేను
So
చెప్తాను
now you share.
మ్యామ్. Ma'am, Padma ma'am, please share your presentation, ma'am,
Okay.
so that they'll check with that one.
Okay, now is the screen visible?
Your screen is visible, ma'am.
No, madam.
Presentation is not visible, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the slide is visible.
It's an empty blank page.
Screen share is. Now?
No, ma'am. Only white screen. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Screen is visible, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Now okay, madam.
Okay, fine.
Sir, Srinivas sir.
Madam.
పక్కన ఏవి కనిపించకుండా ఫుల్ స్క్రీన్ విజిబుల్ అయ్యేలాగా చూడండి.
ఫుల్ స్క్రీన్ లోనే ఉంది మేడం ప్రెసెంట్.
ఓకే, అట్ ప్రెసెంట్ ఉంది. మనం మళ్ళీ స్క్రీన్ మేడం షేర్ చేసినప్పుడు ముందు కొంచెం అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు.
ఓకే
సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Participants 52, madam.
అవును సార్. ఎస్ సార్.
YouTube 26. In Zoom 52.
Yes, sir. Radha Madhavi ma'am, good morning.
చేస్తాను.
Sir, Ashok sir.
ఓకే సార్ బిజీ ఉన్నారా మరి బయట జానికి రామని మాస్టర్ సార్ ఏరా సార్ నువ్వు ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నావా
Okay. Ma'am, Radha Madhavi ma'am, good morning. Madam Madhavi ma'am, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes ma'am, you are audible, but some disturbance is there.
Okay, ma'am. 1 second.
Okay.
Now, is it okay, ma'am? Is it okay now?
No ma'am, still something is disturbing.
1 second.
Ma'am, maybe it is fan.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, now? Is it okay now?
Yes ma'am, little bit reduced.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay ma'am. Okay ma'am, it's fine. Okay now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay ma'am. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Shall we start ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
Okay. Good morning, all the participants. This is Dr. Hemalata, convener of the webinar. I would like to welcome all of you to the second day session. That's the topic is visible on the screen, teaching drama and poetry with technology. And most of the literature lovers, I think this topic is very lovable, and definitely we enjoy this topic. Before going to start the session, I would like to uh, give a small story about two people. And here we are all in this 2020. where the technology is dominating all the world. And we are living in a competitive world, and we have to compete always with others in all aspects. So in such a way, I think we all know this story, but still I would like to remind you about this story. These two woodcutters went to forest, and both of them are friends, and they started um, deciding, I go this side, you go that side, and by the evening, we'll meet here again. Let us see who cut more trees. So they started their work of cutting woods, cutting trees. At the end of the day, both of them met together, and first person said, "Today I was so tired. I was unable to cut more trees." And the second man said, "I cut lot of trees today." I think you can understand the difference. Can you understand the difference? What is the difference between these two people? First man, he tried hard, and throughout the day, he was cutting the trees, but still he was unable to produce, gather more trees. But the second man is able to cut more trees, and he gathered a lot of trees. What is the difference?
The first man's axe is not sharpened. The second man's axe is sharp,
Okay, let
very
us
sharp.
apply this. Let us apply this to our teaching tools, I think. We are all teachers, and we are traditionally following, we have been following traditional tools in our classrooms. But in this 2020 world, I believe that we have to follow some techniques. Of course, hard work is useful and hard work is appreciable, but still we need to do some smart work also. So in order to go with the smart work in the classrooms, and in order to give more production or productive work in the classes, as teachers, we need to find tools which are useful to implement in the classes. So I hope this webinar provides you some tools where you can learn all the
Madam, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes. You can, we all can apply these tools in our classrooms. So when we apply tools in the class or techniques in the class, what will happen normally? The production will be increased, and stress will be reduced, and uh, easily time can be saved, and many things will happen. So that is the reason why I thought all the teachers of language and literature should equip with some resources. Of course, we find so many resources, but the only thing is the difference between the first man and the second man is both of them have instruments, but the way they used is very important. We all know subject, we all have lot of subject, we know many resources, and we know many tools, but still how many of us are using the tools in the classroom? So with this introduction, I would like to close my introductory words, and I would like to hand over the mic to Radha Madhavi ma'am to introduce our resource person of the day. Ma'am, over to you, ma'am, Radha Madhavi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Very good morning, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Jagannath Rao Garu, Registrar, Professor B. Gangarao Garu, Professor K.S. Ramesh, Principal of UCSC and EC member, Professor S. Prashanti Sri, Special Officer, AKNU MSN PG Campus, Kakinada, Professor T. Ashok, Head of the Department and EC member. I take the privilege of introducing our eminent resource person of today's session, Madam Srimati Padmasri. It's a great privilege of presenting a brief intro of Madam Padmasri. Srimati Padmasri, an eminent and renowned officer in Karnataka Educational Service, Department of Public Instruction, is a faculty at Regional Institute of English, South India. She is passionate teacher, educator, and educational administrator who is keen on strengthening education in government schools as a social engineer, following participatory processes. Presently, she is training teachers in ELT, addressing writing and research components. She strongly believes in grounded theory and constructivism and follows child-centric methodologies in training teachers. Welcome, ma'am. hoping for a very highly informative session. All the best, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Hema.
Thank you, Radha Madhavi ma'am, for introducing our resource person. And now I would like to hand over the session to our resource person, Padmasri ma'am. I think this session, ma'am will make the session more joyful and fruitful. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Hemlata. And I wish to thank B. Shashidhar sir, because he was instrumental in bringing me onto this platform where I'll get to know all of you. And then it's a honor and privilege to be associated with Annaya Adikavi Nannaya University, Kakinada. And then I wish to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mokka Jagannatha Rao, for providing such a platform where roping in people from across the country to facilitate this particular session during this pandemic times. Anyway, I hope all of you are safe and then very good. And then you're creating platforms wherein you're working and to empower the students and then the faculties across. So it's a great privilege to be here with all of you. And then today, I really like the pretext that Hemlata provided with the story, honing of skills matters a lot. And without updating our skills from time to time, according to the contextual reality, we will not be able to perform to the best of our abilities. And as Professor Amartya Sen says, every individual has the capability, and enhancing individuals' capability to the maximum potential of whatever one is capable of, we need to create such spaces. And I presume that this is a wonderful platform where we share our experiences. And then at first, I would like to tell you that I'm not from the postgraduate departmental sections where I have addressed literature and poetry in a big way. But I'm very, very passionate. I'm a voracious reader. I really equip myself and with the latest literature, and I'm very, very fond of poetry. And then basically, as a teacher educator and an educational administrator, we at Regional Institute of English South India are training teachers across South India for all the primary and secondary levels. So this is an opportunity where I'm trying to do my best, with integrating technology. Like when Shashidhar sir and Hemalata called regarding handling a session, I did a lot of research. And then we are equipping, as we are ground level practitioners, we are doing a lot of ground, and we're trying our best to ourselves with all the. I have tried my best, and so if I apologize for that, but I'll try and do my best. At first, let me ask, you can, I think, Hema, you can regulate. Let me start with an interaction mode. What do you understand about the importance of poetry and drama in real life? What is the main purpose behind even transacting a drama or poetry? What is the basic understanding? So any of you can chat, come out with your chat responses. I'll be very happy to see the responses on the chat, and accordingly I will develop my presentation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dr. Saibala from Visakhapatnam.
Yes.
I think drama and poetry, they reflect life. There are many such instances which have been taken from our own lives and the society.
Yeah.
So they very much talk about the society and lives. We can see ourselves, in fact, in dramas and poetries, because the poets and the authors might have foreseen many things, and then they might have portrayed. So this is my perception about this, ma'am. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And when you see the chat box, like we see poetry gives pleasure, says, yeah. And then Ahmad Ali says to enrich human experience. And then drama reflects society with number of characters. Yes, and poetry is the overflow of spontaneous expressions of feelings. And poetry for pleasure and our imagination improves. See, as we all know, humans have a great intellect, and then this intellect is actually very, very helpful in expressing oneself to the core. So human expression comes in different forms, and unless we, as a social being, we need to really understand the expressions, human expressions, and then the sharing of emotions, feelings, the psychological state, and then the whole society as such. To be a wonderful social being, we need to really express ourselves in a great way, and then hence drama and poetry is a highest form of human expression, where the communication aspects are totally integrated in it in a systematic scientific manner. So without poetry and without literature, you might have known, like, whatever the revolution that happened all across the world, the revolution was in fact driven by the poets and dramatists. So the drama, the theater, and then the poetry played an important role in bringing about human transformation in a big way. So unless we equip our youth with a passion for drama and poetry, we cannot have an intelligent society with intelligentsia. And then we will not be able to have or escalate ourselves to good quality living. So this poetry and literature, drama comes as a big boon, in transacting the human communication, which with deeper socio-psychological and then cultural aspects. And hence, it's very, very important. Any other views other than this, whatever has been expressed? If not, like, I will move to the slide presentation, where I'll be, see, the objective of this today's presentation happens to be this. Like all of you know, because you come from the literature and language background, you know the importance of drama and poetry as such. But then our main intention happens to be how to integrate, how to enrich the lives of our students in terms of integrating technology in teaching of drama and poetry. So when I was asked to share this particular platform through my presentation, I explored a lot of resources, and then I have come across the world's best theatrical productions, which is in the digital form. I will be exposing you to those digital platforms and whatever is happening. And I regret to tell that, our developing countries, still we are just giving importance to the mainstream education, and then literally we have not touched upon the diversity of the education discipline as such. So in the Western countries, or the most developed countries, where aesthetics and then arts education has gained the priority, they have gone beyond, ahead. At least I can say another 400 or 500 years ahead of whatever we are. So even we have a lot of resources. In fact, I'm working as faculty regional Institute of English. I've come across teachers from the grassroots, from Andhra, Telangana, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. And then they're very, very rich, culturally very rich. And then our country is a multilingual country. And then hence the art forms of different states, which we have to integrate as a educational material. I think today's presentation will give you some sorts of insight of how to develop our own resources using technology. Because we are very good in technology, but then in isolated form. Like many good companies, which collaborate with the other top global organizations, they would produce some technology tools, but which will not reach the mass. And then I think Ministry of Human Resource Development, and then the universities, and then this national resource centers, which are there across the country, which is located in the universities, have to take up, they have a great role to play now, especially because the whole transformation is happening. And then we may have to equip ourselves in designing many more technology tools by collaborating with the international players. So my presentation today will give you some insights into that, because it's a whole ocean by itself, to explore the resources and then to see what's happening. And then contextually using those materials in our teaching will require a little more time and all that. So I have tried to concise my presentation by giving the importance of drama, and then what are the opinions of the teachers regarding drama, and then the highlights of poetry. And then I will move to the digital resources which are available. Especially one of the digital resource which I explored was digital theater plus, which is again the best, because the focus of today happens to be English literature and poetry. That is the focus. Otherwise, if it was other language, then it would be different. And hence, it is more apt to take up whatever the efforts that have been made in the European countries. And hence, this digital theater plus is one platform which I'll be exposing it to you. And I was very, very fortunate to get the license for that. And then, so I will be exposing you to the different, whatever the genres that they have produced in drama, and then whatever the resources that they have, the technology tools that they have, which is inbuilt. And there are many, I'm not propagating that this is the only platform. There might be many, many technology companies which are working in that way. And then maybe this Manchester University is one which has produced this particular thing. Most of the resources has been produced by Manchester University. And hence, the technology partner in collaboration with Manchester University, and then many other, Warwick University and others, they have developed this digital platform where they're moving in with a big leap, in educating people and then attracting people towards drama, aesthetics, and then arts education and all that. And poetry is a little less in that particular digital platform. But this itself, whatever I'm going to present you, in detail, if I had to present, it'll take at least a week's time for in the workshop mode, but I'll just be presenting it, and I'll be giving you the glimpse of it. So this is what I plan to do. Is this okay, Dr. Hemlata? Shall I move on to the slide presentation?
Yeah, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So today we are going to address this, as I told you. Oh, I have some problem sliding. Just a minute. Is the slide visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So at first, see, I mean, this is the statement by Susan in a book called Creativity in Theatre, Theory and Action in Theatre and Drama. Dr. Hemlata, what I was trying to tell is, sorry, it's sorted. The Susan Bargon, she says that drama provides young people with opportunities for exploring possibilities of ways of being in the world. So our suggestion is that these opportunities of being other, of reflecting on one's identity in the social world, are facilitated by the experiences of being in role in the safety of settings that are an important part of drama and education. So it is in drama lessons that the techniques and practices of being in role are acquired. These techniques and practices constitute tools that enable young people to work on their selves. They mediate social relations in such a way that enables new forms of exploration and understanding of the self and possibilities of for being other. The acquisition of these tools require teaching. So as one of the participants said, regarding the importance of drama. So that is what has been highlighted here, to really know oneself and to reflect, to understand the other person being in the shoe of the other, and then understanding the world accordingly, and then contributing to the society by reflecting one's own identity in the social world. And that requires teaching. So this drama as such requires an effort. It is just not enough for all the faculty members across the globe to just use the lecture demonstration method in teaching drama. But drama actually requires a special ability of orienting. It has to have the special practical experiences, because drama which is very well planned and very well choreographed and then presented will impact the lives of people, because the whole dimensions of human personality gets unraveled when one experience the drama by viewing it. And especially it is a human expression, and then which this cannot be captured by any digital media, honestly, because the human personality, human dimensions, and then the art, the way in which it is projected, it has to be literally experienced as a 6 to 8 dimensional thing, which can never be captured by the digital. So but during this pandemic, what we are trying to do is finding ways and means to equip ourselves to deal with the situation. And this digital media as such for teaching drama and theater and then poetry comes as a handy thing, but then it is not 100%, but this is one such effort. So initially when you see there are different ways in which the revolution has happened in terms of integration of technology into drama teaching. Okay, at first when you had like you can integrate, you can see the transition of this evolution of computers. Say for example, when you think about drama and computers, there were different stages. Computers before drama, that is you have the drama, but before drama how the computers are being used. And then secondly, you can integrate computers during drama. So there are ways and means in which you will integrate the usage of computer during drama. And then computers after drama, how computers will be helpful for transaction of whatever the content of the drama after the drama. And then computers in the drama. In drama also you will be using computers. And now drama in computer. So we have reached the stage where we are going to see drama in computer, that is by using technology. So the transition has happened from time to time. And then now at present in this pandemic situation, we are trying to find out the means and ways to integrate technology and to have the best experiences in the place wherever we are, instead of traveling. So the importance is so very much that at present, more of reality, the drama, whatever the theater performances that happen, the experiences of theater performance is actually tried to the best of its ability to project in the digital media. So that is the transition that we are undergoing. And hence, this particular statement is very, very important. And now let us see what teachers talk about drama. So one of the teachers say, I think it's about critical thinking. So we are in fact dealing with the importance of drama. And so this is one of the, all these are excerpts expressed by the teachers. So I think it is about creative thinking, like weighing options, considering the repercussions of your choices, exploring values, that sort of a thing. This is one statement given by a teacher. So with drama, we will be able to develop creative thinking, critical thinking by weighing options, by making the choice, by valuing, by considering the repercussions of whatever the choice. Because even the thought that comes to our mind is, there might be variety of thoughts, but we choose the particular thought, to shape our day or to shape our life or to shape our decisions. So all this happens through drama, in fact. And then even exploring our values and then beliefs and then the culture, everything is reflected in drama. And then the second definition, statement by a teacher is like this: it's about social skills. Students learn the importance of listening and cooperating and sharing ideas. So how sharing of ideas, how the skill of listening can be, because if you don't listen in a theater performance, in a drama, you will be missing some valuable thing, because drama and poetry, whatever the literature that we have, it's again, it is a crystallization of thought processes which reflects the social context of the whole maybe a period of time, the historical period or whatever. So it's a crystallization and consolidated material. It is something like, you can imagine gold in the ore form. Gold in the ore form will be sparkles in the rock, but then how that has been extracted and then solidified into gold, and then the gold gets transformed into jewelry. So you see the beauty. So this literature, the drama and then the poetry are nothing but the jewelry made out of the ore, which is nothing but the experiences of mankind. So this is reflected, and hence drama and poetry are very, very important, because these promote social skills. This is one of the views of a teacher. And then coming to the third, when you think about social studies, in the skits and short plays, my kids are seeing history from the inside out. So we all have experienced this, because when we have seen a play, a historical play, we actually, as children, we put ourselves in the character, and then we experience whatever the character has experienced in reality or fiction. So it is kids who will see the history from inside out, and then they're living it by stepping into others' lives and learning what happened from there. So history teaches us, and then history is again reflected in the form of drama. And then when we teach drama effectively, all these processes, we will know whatever the mistakes that we did in the past, whatever the corrective measures that we have to take, all that is learned by students. So that is the importance of drama. This is told by a teacher parent. And then the fourth happens to be, I'm amazed how drama helps with reading, especially with comprehension and making inferences, discovering ideas beyond the lines. Many a times, we know that ideas rule the world. So without ideas, we will not progress as a civilization. So this progression and then the transformation, all that happens by the way in which we develop new idea or discover new ideas. And then that happens through drama and poetry. Okay. And then the last statement by a teacher is, 3 boys in my class who have done almost nothing all year participated in the statue exercise. Even if this doesn't raise test scores, that's enough for me. See, we can meet the needs of the students who are not really very, very academically oriented, but they will be having amazing other skills. And so by involving students in the drama, you can really help every student build their capacity. So this is what is the expression of teachers. And then coming to the importance of drama in education. Research also has stated that, among other abilities, participation in drama activity encourages students and teachers to integrate concepts, skills, and ideas from various subject areas, including studies, mathematics, science, and literacy. There's an error, kindly bear. So the integration of skills also happens from the different disciplines. Say, for example, if you see Da Vinci, you might have read about Da Vinci Code. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci, he actually, his whole life, he was a writer. He was an astronomer. He was an anatomist. He was a painter. He was a sculptor. All this, it was, see, in the past, we have seen integrated education. Any philosophers, if you take Plato, Aristotle, all of them, they were very good. It is for our convenience that we have divided and then we have narrowed down. But then the whole life exists as an integrated whole, which requires social, science, maths, literacy, everything. And hence, this drama really helps us integrate all these skills. And then research also has stated that drama, actually education, will help in gaining an understanding of the real world events from the past and the present, the individuals who shape these events, and the individuals who may influence them in the future. So everything is, in fact, I consider drama as a crystallizing tool which will integrate all the other dimensions of human learning. And then research also has stated that drama has helped to develop reading comprehension skills by entering the world of a text through role playing, interacting with others, visualizing events, concepts, and information, and dramatizing the experiences of fictional characters and real life individuals. So it really helps the comprehension. It helps whatever the interactions with human beings, visualizing events and then concepts, and then moreover information processing. All this happens through variety of characters which are fictional as well as real life. And then at last drama education will produce written works in variety of contexts for different audience that demonstrate increasing technical skill, self-confidence, and effective management of multimodal and electronic text. At present, we see it is very easy to use the technology and then transmit information widely. So this actually has helped people, say for example, exposure to drama and then teaching drama effectively will have its own results. There are outcomes of it, which is nothing but people will develop, students will develop the technical skills, they will develop self-confidence, and if there are any inhibitions, they will overcome inhibitions, and then they will be able to manage the whole life in a very, very effective manner by using the multimodal approaches and even the electronic text. And next happens to be like it helps in discover and scrutinizing ethical aspects of social issues, because many of the social issues are actually addressed through drama in a very, very critical way in ensuring equality, social justice, citizenship, civil rights, and then bigotry, bullying, and other forms of antisocial behavior. All this gets streamlined in the sense to tackle a social issue, because it is very difficult to understand oneself and imagine understanding others, and forget about understanding others, imagine how you can understand the whole society. That cannot happen without having an instrument in addressing all this, and that is possible through drama education. Okay, and hence this drama education, again, it helps in generating and using of spoken, written, visual, and multimodal text that demonstrate increasing fluency in the way of vivid description. Because drama, it has a vivid description. It has the characters, it has the setting, it has conflicts, it has conflict resolution, and the processes, and then the sensory details, because with a lot of description, it really stirs human expression, and then it will effectively be a persuasive tool, and then it helps people to reflect and then write and produce. So it will again help in developing compassion for others, representations of ideas, values, beliefs, experiences, and life conditions. So by taking the characters from the past, the historical figures, you have seen how the Bahubali impacted, and then many historical movies that have come. All those are again the outcomes. Basically, movies are something which are outcomes of theater. But theater is a strong foundation, and for theater, the drama is the basis. So theatrical performances we need to have at the university level, by at least it has to be part of the annual plan, where theatrical performance, by orienting students to drama, and then identifying the prioritizing the characters and then the drama for a particular situation. I think that planning also has to happen at the university level. And then to acquire critical thinking skills, as I told, that also is developed, and then it drives many of the practices, and then it will investigate, it will evaluate, and then it will help people to debate, all this happens through drama. And then ultimately it is nothing but the students and then the trainers, teaching learning process, everything is oriented and developing the social skills through group problem solving, listening to different views, respecting, and all this. So and ultimately we need to move towards the human existence with peace and harmony. So hence developing an appreciation for the art of drama and theater becomes a crucial factor in the university education. And I don't limit this to only university. We should really propagate arts education, theater, drama, and poetry in different forms from the pre-nursery level itself, so that we will be developing good human resource for betterment of society. So any interactions would you like to have? For a few minutes we can discuss, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I will proceed with whatever I have to do. So what are your views about it? Do you all agree with whatever the research and then the background information that I provided with respect to drama education? What are the efforts that are happening at the university level in orienting students for drama education? I wish to know a few of the views, please. You can use the chat box, or you can unmute and speak also. Yes, Sagar says drama and poetry reflects human life from the beginning to present in different perceptions. Absolutely, I agree. No, what are the efforts that are happening? How are you people teaching drama at the university level? Maybe students also can pick up and speak. Yes, anyone for that matter. How are you training students? Do you have the activity? Do you have the theatrical plays? What is the mode of transaction of drama? Yes, anyone?
Very good morning, ma'am. I am Srinivaso calling from Srikakulam, ma'am.
Yes.
So I'm working as a lecturer in Kakinada Aditya Degree College, Srikakulam, ma'am.
Okay.
So basically, while teaching dramas, so to my students, I basically use role play sessions, ma'am. Basically, I just assign some characters to the students in the classroom. Then one by one, the character they will just go with the conversations of the particular dialogues just given in the lesson, ma'am. So in that way, I just explain, and as per the particular reading style is also that is very highly focused. They should properly pronounce it, and they should properly converse the dialogue. In that manner, I just used to teach, ma'am. So in this way, I just let them know how the character's attitude is presented and explored through the characters in the drama, and so many characters also from the drama. So we can just observe such people are different with different mindset and their characters and their attitudes. They are shown through these dramas. So I just deal with this particular. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. What are the resources that you require for doing this? Is it just the text and then the material that is available, or do you have any, what is the preparation that you make? Say, for example, there are original books and then there are abridged versions. And based on the level, it has different standards. If you take Shakespeare's play, you cannot even use that original thing, in Indian context, I mean. So, but then you will require a lot of resource. That is what is the focus of my presentation today. I will expose you to that. But then before that, I just wanted to know what you people do. So role play is one. Yeah. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Ahmed Ali. I'm from Aditya Vinaya University,
Yes.
Engineering College.
Okay.
So my students, I have a problem with them because they hardly connect with the drama. They feel it is an outdated genre of literature, and most of it is replaced by films in their lives. And as a teacher myself, I had a very little exposure to drama, though though I did it in my PG. We had role plays, we had readings, and we had movies that are based on the drama that we had in the syllabus. However, when it comes to my students, I take a very different approach. I ask them to make jokes out of it, make memes out of it, and post them on the WhatsApp group that we have. Based on, like, I was teaching Haivadana last semester, and I asked them to make a meme out of the Haivadana, make a comical interpretation or give a different ending to it, so that their creative process is engaged, and somehow I can engage them. I don't know whether I don't think it is a very genuine approach to teaching drama. However, it is something that I do to engage them into a genre that is somewhat distant to their everyday life.
Okay, very nice, very nice. See,
Good morning, madam.
yeah.
Good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam. I am A.S. Babu from Gayatri College of Science and Management, Srikakulam, madam. Could I speak to you for a few seconds?
Yes, please.
Regarding drama, madam, my experience and my sharing is today, even teachers have lost reading habits. Nobody wants to go through the books before going to the class. Simply, we depend on the test paper, study material, whatever it is available. There is no question of original thinking. First, the teacher has to, for example, if you take Shakespeare plays, what is the background of the Shakespeare? What is the mindset of the Shakespeare? Why should the Shakespeare want to write something for the people or anything else for his own sake? That's why a teacher requires prerequisite preparation. He requires to prepare well, and he has to understand first that at the same time, we have to involve the stakeholders that depends on the environment. For example, rural background or town people or metropolitan city people, and what is the background of the students, or whether they can understand or something like that. But I don't want to admit one important aspect. Rural background people, they have a lot of understanding capacity. As far as our inculcation way of teaching is concerned, madam, in this connection, first I go through the number of books and I prepare some of the things, and I giving a brief note for 2 to 3 days. Then only I enter the drama, madam. Whether it is correct or not, I don't know. Thank you very much.
Okay. Very good. Each one is making his or her own efforts, but then we need some inputs, we need to constantly hone our skills. And that's why platforms like this will really help, unless you participate, unless you know, unless you explore a lot of resources and then discuss, debate, we will not be able to move forward. Yes, please. Vidya, Shrivani, you can proceed. You have something to say? Yes, please. Anyone else, or should I proceed with the slides? Yes, Hemlata. Okay. So the thing is, yeah. So we saw about the importance of drama. The appreciation that we need to develop towards drama education and theater. It is not easy because most of the times, as you said, we as teacher fraternity, we need to be voracious readers. We need to engage ourselves very intellectually. So, and then especially drama education is much higher level order aspect where we need specialized skills. And so when you look at the elements of drama, say for example, you have you can take any drama for that matter. The elements of drama are these, like you need to give an introduction to a story, the drama, the story that is the content of the drama. So introduction has to be very clearly stated. And then the characters, the description of the characters, the quality, the features, the characteristics of the characters, all these have to be prepared by the teacher before addressing drama. And then the relationship map, you might have at the college, university level, whatever the dramas that we have been prescribed for the university is of much higher order. And hence, the characters that are there in the story, the relationship map has to be evolved. See, in this particular slide, I'm trying to give you the elements of drama which you can use for preparing any drama for that matter, transaction. Okay, so the first thing that you have to develop is to give a short introduction to the drama, and then you need to give the clear description of the characters along with the features and characteristics of the character. And then when you have many characters, you need to give the relationship map of the characters. Without giving, these will be the inputs that you will provide before teaching drama. So the relationship map, how do you develop? With the digital resources, it's very easy to develop. But otherwise, you may have to use the blackboard, which becomes very, very tedious. Okay, so technology in a way really helps in making everything more concise and then more consolidated. So hence, a relationship map can be very beautifully evolved through using mind mapping technology apps and mind mapping tools. And then the plot summary you need to give, because you have different plots in drama. So a teacher who is teaching drama has to be very well aware about the plots. How many plots are there? What is the context of that particular plot? What happens? And then what are the main acts in the particular plot? And then in a particular drama, you have variety of themes. So those themes can be socially related, social constructs in a way. And then a theme maybe, say, for example, there is some social unrest that is happening. So to deal with that social unrest, you would have developed a particular plot. And then in that plot, what is the theme? So the themes have to be very clearly diagnosed from the drama that you're teaching. And then highlights of the themes have to be given even before you teach drama. And then the language aspect, because language is again, the language, if you take European dramas, you have the language is very, very fine because that is the native English language. But then now you have the world Englishes. And when you have the world Englishes, how do you deal? Which is the style? And maybe as one of you said, you orient them on the pronunciation aspects, you make the corrections and all that. So what sort of a language, how do you use? What is the language structure that you will be using? And what is the tone that comes in the particular text? All that has to be very clearly analyzed. And then the context of this particular drama. When did the author write this? In what context? What are the influences on the writer itself? So all this context have to be very clearly analyzed. And then the playwriting. How did the playwright write this particular drama? What were the efforts that went into? So, and then, what are the social influences on the playwright in producing this particular drama? These are the things that you will have to take care before you even start teaching drama. And then ultimately, you will come out with the keywords, because keywords play an important role. As it is, we know our students, and then many a times teachers do lack vocabulary. And when vocabulary itself is a problem, the keywords of the drama will be of even more higher level. So how do you orient that? So the keywords of the of the drama have to be very clearly described, and then a preparation has to be made for that. So these are the elements of drama that you will have to take into consideration. Any doubts regarding this? If you have doubts, let me clarify and move forward. Do you think any other aspects are there in drama, in teaching drama? Is this the maximum? Yes? Okay. I hope nobody has any doubts. I can proceed. So these are the preparations that the teachers have to make while planning the lesson on a particular drama. So these things have to be taken care. And then how this digital storytelling integrated into drama you can do. So because the main aspect of this particular session today is how to integrate technology into teaching of drama. So digital storytelling is one of the concepts that has come up, and then that has been integrated into drama. Like if you see the art education across the globe, the digital storytelling as a method is being evolved now. And so digital storytelling involves compiling a 2 to 3 minute multimedia movie using digital still images. So they are using digital still images, and then they're using background music, and then they are giving their voiceover for the narration. And that is how the 2 to 3 minute movie is developed. And then the stories told in the first person are inspired by significant events in the narrator's life, and or can be based on a certain theme. So this digital storytelling is picking up in a big way, which is again, which can be integrated into our drama teaching. So these are the processes, that happens in integration of technology into teaching of drama. And then, so digital stories derive their power through weaving images. Say, for example, you want to create a digital material on a particular a tribal child. Say, for example, the tribal child who has made a mark, maybe environmental protection related, conservation of nature, the efforts made by the particular child. If you want to produce that into a digital form, what you can do is you can capture the image of that particular child. You can capture the images in different contexts of that particular child. You can use the tribal music itself, and then whatever the narrative that the child uses, that can be converted into an English material, and then you can create your own voiceover, thereby deep dimension and vivid color of the characters, situations, and insights can be evolved. The digital environment, so that is one way of creating a digital material on our own, because we have seen many materials coming up. Yesterday even Shashidhar sir was talking about Swayam, and then Inflogrid, and many other technology tools. So we see in our Swayam portal, there are many materials, but then we still have to work on material development. So as university, as national resource centers, we can work on digital material development by taking authentic stories from the regional setting. Instead of borrowing the West, we can create our own digital material in the form of narratives, and then stories, and then drama, and even poetry. So we need, that is the scope actually. We have the scope of expanding our working in this direction. So if a university takes up this sort of work, then we will have our own resources to use in our classrooms, which will be more grounded and more connected. It will be more of participatory development of materials. And so that will be a very good initiative by all of us together. So the digital environment provides a unique opportunity for stories to be manipulated. It can be combined and connected to other stories in an interactive and transformative process that empowers the author and invests the notion of storytelling with new meaning. And then you might be knowing, story narration has become a pedagogy for teaching language across the world. That is picking up in a big way. So we need to really work, because in a drama you have stories being intervened. So and hence, how do you do that with digital infrastructure? You use the internet and other emerging forms of distribution, and these stories will provide the catalyst for creating communities of common concern on a global scale. So in the sense, we can evolve our own material, and then this will become a big resource for really helping children to be exposed to different genres of drama. So now let me move to the demo that I wanted to do. This is a demo of digitaltheatreplus.com. I'm very clear, I'm not propagating this, but I really appreciate the efforts that has gone by this particular organization in developing the digital resources for teaching drama and poetry. What they have done is they have picked up the most famous plays, dramas, and then they have created beautiful resources, and then they have even had the theatrical performances, and those performances have been converted into videos, which are again three-dimensional. So we will, shall we move to this presentation? But this will be very, very interesting. It will be an eye opener. So let me move to that particular site. You can stop me if you have any doubts. Okay. Yeah. So this is the digital theater. Like Mr. Ali was talking about, he said that he was not exposed to teaching drama or as a child. And then later he is trying and doing with respect to Hayavadana, whatever he did, he expressed. But then if we as teachers use such materials in the class, we will definitely be able to make a mark in the lives of students. And so let me show you the resources that are here. Say, for example, okay, here. For a few minutes, we will view, just to give you the glimpse, and later I'll move to the different sites here. This is Anna Karenina of Leo Tolstoy, and so beautifully done. We can integrate such videos into our classrooms, which will make it very, very interesting. Rather than using the role play and then using the lecture method, we can use such.
Ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, Padma, ma'am.
Sorry,
It's
wait.
not visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I think I have to share that slide. Is it visible now?
A blank sheet, ma'am. White sheet.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No? Okay, one second. Now?
No, ma'am. Sound is there, but no video playing.
Oh, one sec. Now is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now it is visible.
Fine. Okay. So this particular, video demonstration of Anne Karenina happens to be for almost 2.5 hours. So this is one of the resource. Let me show you the others. So you have, see this particular platform, this Digital Theatre Plus, there are a lot of play and productions. So if you just go click there, you will see the gallery, which contains, see, Julius Caesar, you have Macbeth, and then different acts, and then the trial by, Frank Kafka, and then you have complete Don Quixote. All these are literature pieces, right? So updated ones like you have, see, The Tempest in detail. Yeah, if you go click, you have the video here. Along with the video, I will show you, there are many resources here. So such, sites, I think we need to subscribe for orienting students for literature, drama, and poetry. So there are thousands and thousands of materials here. So if you see here, you have the Ghost, Black Magic, King Lear, the film, which is very well documented. Again, King Lear, when you take Shakespeare's of the 14th century, is something very different. The production here is made in the present context. So present context, it is nothing but interpretation of Shakespeare's King Lear in the present context. So that sort of a modification these people have done. I mean, these arts philanthropists, and then they have produced such beautiful material, digital material. So along with like if we as teachers in the university use such material integrated with our own lesson planning and then orientation and interpretation, we will be able to teach drama in a fantastic manner. So you have Macbeth, and then there are many materials like this. So this is with respect to play and production. And practice and practitioners, there are a whole lot of a gamut of artists coming together, and then it is taking time to open. Yeah, practice and practitioners. So these are the latest practitioners, and then their lives these are the artists, across the globe, who have collaborated to produce such material. So look at this recently developed one, Shakespeare in Your Own Space, Macbeth. So this is a workshop. They conduct even workshops. So if we are interested in drama teaching, we should collaborate with such organizations, and then, or maybe we should be able to produce our own resource like this. I would be very happy if we as a nation can work towards producing our own material, and then having all the ground, the dramas and the plays of our own regional poets and writers. So we should be able to create such material using digital infrastructure. Now you have the theory and practice also. Sorry. Yeah, just a sec. Technology sometimes creates glitches. We need to tackle it. The internet, yeah, I think it'll. So you have the practice and practitioners, in the sense for workshop development, these are the resources. There are lots and lots of resources. Now, theory and criticism, as you know, at the university level, say for doctoral studies and all that, criticism is again a particular discipline in language teaching, language and literature. So theory of and criticism of, see, To Kill a Mockingbird, they have amazing resources here. So yeah, even how criticism of Romeo and Juliet, and then we have see, a practical workshop for training students for arts workshop using Hamlet as the content. So you have this material also. If we go click here, you will find amazing guide, where, see, you have they have integrated even the BBC productions. If you see BBC as a company, British Broadcast Corporation, they use a lot of literature texts and they have come up with their own production. So and then even the British Council as an organization also uses a lot of material like that. So if you see this has, if you sense here, this has a video, but before that, see, you have play guides, you have interviews, you have the audio material, you have the teacher tools. Are you able to see that, Hema? Yeah, teacher tools, and then practical guide, and then the production. Production is nothing but the video. And then the graphic guide also is there. Graphic novel. Graphic novel is very, very interesting. You just see, look at this graphic novel. Hamlet. Regarding Hamlet, this is the graphic novel. It's so beautifully done. And if we expose our students to such material, they will themselves create material. Only thing is we need to create space for them. Now, see, Shakespeare's Hamlet, you have the graphic novel like this. And imagine, only role play will not help, or the lecture method will not help. We will not be able to draw the attention of students. But if we use such material, it becomes very easy for them to get engrossed, and then they will definitely be very passionate in knowing the plays and drama. See the beautiful creation of graphic novel, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Okay, I've told thee of my father's death. So such graphic novels are even of various levels. From, say, for example, this can be used by a university goer. But for younger children, you may have to simplify and then produce. So do you see all this? These are graphic novels. So these graphic novels have been evolved through using digital technology. I will be showing you some of the tools to develop such multimedia material also. So do you see? It's in a very brief way. Maybe whatever the elements of drama that I told you in the previous slide, integrating that with the graphic novel, you will be able to very easily transact. So this is graphic novel, which is integrated. So graphic novel, video, lesson plans, and then the assessment tools, everything is integrated here. And we, in our country, we should be able to develop such materials by collaborating with technology companies. And maybe universities, national resource centers can see how beautiful it is. So such material is available for every literature text here, whatever they have developed. So this is about graphic novel. So if you take Hamlet as such, how many resources you have? Play guides you have. So play guides is how to go about. So it has steps. So yeah, you have the audio to help children, students pick up listening. You can have the audio play, and then you have other resources. The character, see, you have the description. The first piece in this form. Different acts, you have different videos. So such materials will be really helpful for helping teachers in transacting. So this is again teacher tools. There are many teacher tools here. Practice and practitioners, theory, graphic novel I showed you. It's working. So the tools is opening. All these are technology tools. Okay. Oh, this graphic novel itself came. And see, through this graphic novel, you will be able to pick up the skills of dialoguing. You will be able to create dialogues, and then along with graphics. So comic strips and graphics also we can use in the university level to train. So this is with regard to theory and criticism. Now I'll go into the site, which gives you a complete picture of the digital tools. Teaching with digital technology is the title here. So virtual classroom, here you have all the descriptions. Virtual classroom toolkits. So if you're teaching drama, you can click here. If you're teaching English, you can click here. So when you click on drama, virtual classroom toolkit, you have all the resources here. Okay. So what are the resources you can see? See, say for example, this is with respect to Simon Stephens, the 6-part series features an award-winning cast of writers, directors, and designers and actors. So this gives about that. And then you have, say for example, Romeo and Juliet. You have the Act 1. So all material pertaining to that is imbibed here. So in the form of a video. See this resource?
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows amiss. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy Palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayers effect, I take.
Okay, so likewise, you have all sorts of materials here. So Midsummer Night's Dream, you have the material, you know. So these are the teacher resources. You have, yeah. So the digital theater, how do you activate the plot summary with worksheets? Say, for example, you have relationship maps I was talking about. So this is one of the elements that you have to create. This is very easy. See, for a particular drama teaching, if you have this particular map, it's so easy for students to remember the characters. And then whatever is the relationship between the characters here. So the version 1, version 2, different versions, you know. And then if you change this version, the whole play itself can be modified to the present context. So say, for example, what happens if you take Passage to India, the novel by E.M. Foster, if that was supposed to be enacted in the form of a drama or a play or a theatrical performance, now Dr. Aziz, as a character in that particular novel, if when he goes to the Malabar caves, whatever the hallucination that happens to the heroine, the Britisher, you know, you can change the context and see, because it was during the British rule that happened. And if you want to modify that and then see what happens with the repercussion, you can enact that by assigning the characters to students and accordingly prepare them. So in that case, you need to have the different versions and then plot summary. So all this, you know, in detail, it is available in such. So we as teachers, we need to prepare such materials when integrating with technology. So maybe the lesson planning, we need to have one. And before the lesson planning for the drama, whatever the elements of the story that elements of the particular drama we need to prepare. And then whatever the digital material for that has to be prepared. And then along with that, whatever the character mapping has to be done. And like giving the description of the plot and then giving the theme in that particular play. And then after the theme, whatever is the playwright's context, all those elements when you prepare, that can be one particular slide. And after that, you can have some video. There are plenty of YouTube videos. And if you go to, European novels and dramas, you can take YouTubes from Europe. And if it is American literature, you can pick up some YouTube videos from there. And then you can integrate that in a PowerPoint presentation itself. And then you can have assessments. So now I'll show you the assessment tools also here. So this is with respect to, there are plenty of resources. We will require a lot of time to deal with all this. As I told you, it is just the glimpse that I have shown. And then there are workbooks. Say, let me move to the previous one. Yeah, these were with respect to resources. And then remote learning with digital tools. See, you have all this: King Lear, Macbeth, Crucible, Romeo, Juliet. All these PDF documents are also available. So we may have to prepare materials like this in the form of slides. If we don't have the digital infrastructure like this, we can use all these ideas in creating a PowerPoint presentation itself by hyperlinking the YouTube videos, and then present very effectively. Now, say for example here, this Act 3, Scene 1, you can integrate, and then, okay, this is not found here. So certain things, so you can plan your lessons like this for drama teaching. Okay. So workshop also, you can conduct workshop, or you can orient your university students for a Hamlet play. And after that, you can prepare those students themselves to in turn conduct workshop for undergraduate students. So all this, it's sky is the limit. In fact, you can use your imagination, you can work out in different directions. So these are the resources that are available in this particular vertical toolkit. And when you go for English here, you have much more resources, many more resources pertaining to English. See, oh, I think I came back. Writers. This is again orienting. You can use this for orienting students for more, conducting workshops. Drama teaching need not happen only through the classroom processes or role play. You can demonstrate it through different workshops also. So shall I move to the slide? I will share the website links and all that so that you can explore later, because it takes a lot of time. And then in this particular 1.5 hour session, I'll not be able to do. It's already 1.5 hours. Okay, so let me stop here and then move to the presentation. Okay. So this is about the Digital Theatre Plus, which you can explore. Okay. And then coming to poetry, we have, it's an ocean, as I told you. So the more you delve into it, the more deeper it appears. And hence, it is all left to individual capacity, and then the explorative passion that you have. And so let's move to, yes, anybody has anything to say? Any doubts?
डांस करो.
Hello.
अरे ये टॉम किसने बनाया?
Yes.
Participants, please mute yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Now coming to poetry, shall I continue for another 10 minutes where I will share the slides, Dr. Hemlata?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So moving to the second aspect of poetry, as we know, let's discuss for a few minutes about the importance of poetry. All of you know, but then it becomes relevant here. So poetry is the practice of creating artworks using language. And then sculptors use marble, steel, cardboard, goose liver, paint, and whatever material they choose. Musicians use sound. Painters use paint. Furniture makers use wood and fabrics. And poets use language. So it's again a creation, a production, which is again a craft in itself using language. So this is poetry. It is so beautiful, isn't it? So what makes poetry different from other uses of language? Here are 5 things. Almost all poetry has more of than other language, non-poetic kind. Like there are, what are those? We will see here are the 5 things which are very, very important. In poetry teaching, we need to focus more on attentiveness. So poets are extremely careful with the way in which they use language. They pay attention to everything from spelling to the way the words sound and what they mean. They think about the punctuation and the spaces between and around words. Most people simply don't pay as much attention to these elements of language, but paying attention is the poet's job, and poets want to pay that sort of attention to the language you read and use and to your life. So attentiveness plays an important role. But normally what happens when we teach, we just focus more on the content of the poet, the theme of the poem. But then attentiveness, the way in which language has been used, the way in which the spelling of the words, and then the way in which it sounds, the way, even the recitation, reciting a poem, it requires a lot of voice modulation. So all this have to be paid attention. And then concentration is the second element. Sorry, the slide. Okay. Poetry has more meaning, music, and emotion per word. So every word, every syllable, and every letter in the poem has a lot of in-depth meaning and features and characteristics. And poets find ways to open up explosions of understanding and emotion. How the emotion of the poet comes.
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption. It's not, screen is not visible, ma'am, actually.
Oh, sorry. Wait, sorry. Now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's clear.
Okay. You see poetry slide? Do you see poetry slide?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes. Okay. Yes, madam.
Yeah. So attentiveness is one of the important features of poetry, where you have to see about language, the way in which words are being used, and then what they mean, and what latent meaning it has, and all these are the focus that you will have to pay. And then the concentration, when teaching poetry, you need to give importance to the music in the poem, the rhythmic, the way in which the words rhyme with each other, the emotions which are expressed in every word, every syllable, that has to be taken into consideration. So again, poetry is actually full of passion, and hence it is more than literature and drama. Poetry is actually a nice trick. Whenever you find language especially charged with passion, music, or significance, you will probably look at poetry or something very close to it as very close to your heart. And then experiment is another one. Poets try to use language in as many ways as possible, surprising and challenging ways as they come up with. They use language in special ways to startle, awaken, and challenge you. Many a times in my experience, all the teachers, even who train the pre-university level, they struggle with their own language. When that is the case, how can people orient? So hence it becomes very crucial for them to pick up the basic language skills and then hone their skills for all sorts of experiments with language. And then we should be able to help our students at the university level to create their own poems. So poetry should become a passion at the university level. So how do you do that? Only when we are aware about all these aspects. And then we should give importance, like poetry always values originality. So poetry says or does something new, always. And that's why it is very, even the songs are based on the lyrics of a poem. So which actually transforms it as a transformative tool. And hence we should encourage originality in writing poetry. And it makes something new happening in the reader's mind. And this is the new thing, which is totally original observation about life. So life's dimension is again reflected in poem in the form of a music and rhythmic movement of the words. And hence, poetry should be taught very effectively at the university level. The form, the next aspect is nothing but the form. Most people write from one margin across to the next. Sometimes they intend to show that a new paragraph is starting, but poetry is different. It is often about form, the very shape or structure of a particular group of words that is present. The word form also refers to the way a poem is written, its mode. You can write a poem in a form of a prayer, a letter, a laundry list, and also as an acrostic. Okay, so have you come across acrostics? In my sessions in training teachers, what I do is I give sample acrostics, which I myself have created. Okay, so say for example, if you have a wife, wife, W-I-F-E, if you're writing an acrostic for wife, a man who has had difficulty with his wife, in managing, would write, worries invited in life forever. Wife, W-I-F-E, wife, worries invited in life forever. The first letter of the words are taken, and then you will elaborate on it, focusing on the meaning of the particular word, and that is acrostic. Say for example, you have news, N-E-W-S. And then if you take, say for example, pen, P-E-N, pen. If you take, focusing on the meaning of the pen, you can write paper and pen used in noting points. So likewise, you can generate ideas based on the particular letter and then elaborate, and that is acrostic. If you just Google on acrostic, you will find amazing poems using acrostics. Acrostics are very, very practical ways of helping students to pick up writing poems. So you can use different forms like that. A poem can be a prayer, a letter, a laundry list, or a bucket list, or even an acrostic. So in the form of a prayer, a letter, laundry list, and all forms, you can carry your own worlds of meaning. So you can create your own meanings, and then you can edit your text, and then you can start publishing. So this has to be encouraged at the university level, at every level for that matter. So now coming to the different sites which I have explored, I will share this particular PowerPoint presentation with Dr. Hemlata, and in turn, I think she will share it. So you don't worry about noting these websites. So these are the popular virtual worlds and some of the basic features, of developing the digital material. If you're very, very keen on developing your own material for the class, in the way which I showed about the Hamlet, Shakespeare, and all that using Digital Theatre Plus, you can create your own materials using these tools. Any doubts so far? Is everything clear? Shall I proceed? So there is 1 second life. I will show you the outcomes. I have explored all this, and then I have identified some of the things, some of the digital material, the way in which you can create your own digital material. So I will show you those slides, but just have a glimpse of these. So Second Life is one of the site, and then the website is www.secondlife.com. So like this, there are many. These tools can be used for teaching drama, for creating your own materials. So sky is the limit. You can produce as many things as possible. Only thing is you need to have time and patience and perseverance. And then some of the web resources that you can use for teaching drama and poetry, integrating technology. These are the materials. There are amazing resources in these websites. Voice of America Learning English. You have amazing English language teaching resources, as well as digital materials for teaching poetry, drama, and then all aspects of language. And then you have corpus of contemporary American English. These two are American based. And then you have Grammarly, which again is a tool which you can integrate, which talks about setting right your grammar aspects, the language, the grammatical aspects. Grammarly is another tool which comes to help. And there are many TED Talks which are based on drama, poetry, and English language teaching, which you can use. There are many talks in this particular site. And yesterday, Sudhakar sir already mentioned about Youglish for your English language honing of skills and modification, and then picking up American and British English. You can use this. Amazing resources across the digital material is pulled up in this. And then there is one project, Gutenberg site. If you go here, you will find all the rare resources of literature, poetry, along with the text, which you can download and then start using. So this is these are the great resources which I have explored and then which I have found very useful. So you can just note, or maybe you can take the slide and then use it, because I have prepared this for all of you. So hence it is readily available for sharing. Now, what sort of, I talked about these slides, right? These popular virtual world and some basic features which are available in this particular slide. I'll show you some of the samples which I have drawn. So this is one particular design, which you can, these are samples in a way, which I wish to show you. The background, see, literally a stage can be evolved by using this particular background. All these are available in those tools, which you can download, and then it is all open source, which you can use. No need of, it'll ask for your data, email and then registration. If you do, there are free resources and there are subscribed resources. And if you want to use it in an advanced way, you can use the paid version. So these are some of the backgrounds that you can get it from there. These are the samples which I extracted for the presentation from those resources. And look at this beautiful artistic digital image. So these are different images, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are many readily available images also, which you can download and use, and then prepare your presentations. Or you can create your own drawings, and then there are different apps, now in mobile, all this is coming. You can modify your own image into the different forms. So those are the technology advancements which are happening and which you can use. So look at this beautiful image. This is like insect representation of human beings in the form of insects. So you can take the audience to an imaginary situation by using all these digital material. So look at this. So for you can, this is something like Western or Oriental images. We can convert this into Indian also. There are costumes which are available, which you can fit and then prepare. Look at this. So this is another one. Okay. So you can create the background, you can create the images, you can create animals. Ocean, sky is the limit, as you can create the tribal thing. So based on the drama or poetry, you can create images like this. See, this is again, you can, this is one Hydra 3D world which they have created. So this is something like the Arabian Nights, like the palatial bungalow and whatever happens in Egypt. So for that particular teaching of a text from African literature, you can use this. So like this, there are many, many, many resources, amazing resources, which you can integrate into your teaching. So these are the other designs. So beautiful images exist. So you can create your own, or you can borrow, or you can use digital resource, and then continue. So this is what I wish to share. This is what I tried my best. Now, if you have any question answers, you can, or if, yeah, it's left to Dr. Hemlata now. Hello.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. It was a great presentation, ma'am. So I'm once again T. Srinivasu from Srikakulam, Andhra Pradesh. Ma'am, is there any particular resource for exploring or making the children know about the figures of speech? Like, so because we have to, yes, ma'am. We have to, while we are dealing with poetry class, so we should also focus on the figures of speech, ma'am. Yes or no, ma'am? So
Yes.
that's what, is there any resource particularly or any for the virtual tool? I want to just know it, ma'am. Thank you.
There are amazing tools, you know, there are amazing tools, and I will require another session to deal with all that, to expose you people to that. There are for figures of speech. If I can share, yeah, I will share this, whatever my collection, just a minute. I'll share those for just giving you a glimpse. Just a second, I'm opening it. For only figures of speech, you mean, or others you're aware?
Okay, ma'am. Just I would like to know about the figures of speech only, ma'am.
Okay, I would just, yeah, you can share your number. My number I can pass, and then you can, yeah, contact me on email, and then I will share the contact details. You can mail, and then I will be able to share.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you much.
Yes. Any other thing, or Dr. Hemlata?
Ma'am, thank you for your valuable session, ma'am.
Yeah.
And shall we give time for the audience or participants to ask some questions?
I have no problem. I have no problem. It is left to the audience.
Yes. Sirs and ma'ams, if you have any questions, you can ask questions. Sir, someone raised hand. Haribabu, sir. Any questions from the participants?
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Am I audible for you all?
Yes, very clear.
At the outset, thank you so much for conducting this kind of a very innovative digital theatre plus activity, madam.
Thank you.
It is believed drama is fifth Veda.
Yes.
When we see drama into its chords and into its roots, that's not easy to transfer it into the minds of the people.
Yes.
About the feelings and then about the ideology that the author or the dramatist feel.
Mm-hmm.
It is always the theater which tries to carries out the whole drama to the world.
Yes.
It was what we have all studied as students of literature by then.
Mm-hmm.
Being teachers, with your presentation, made everything crispy, clear.
Okay.
Congratulations on one part, madam.
Thank you.
You have succeeded very well in making all of us to go ahead with a newer version of this remote learning methodology.
Yeah.
Just to give you a thank note, I came forward. Thank you very much, madam.
Wonderful. I'm honored. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please.
madam. Once again, AS from Gayatri College, madam. Your
Yeah.
presentation is excellent, but explaining all the concepts and cover the things this time is not sufficient. At least if 2 or 3 sessions are there, and you may involve us, and we have to participate. If we become passive listeners, there is no question of finding results. So anyhow, you have presented the things beautifully. So you have promised us to share your number. Definitely, if we have any kind of doubts or any kind of help, and with your permission, we want to use as a resource for us. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, ma'am. Once again.
Thank you.
Any questions, any queries? Pravina, somebody raised hand.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So I'm Pravina from Bhimavaram.
Yeah.
So actually I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
This year we are introducing poetic devices to the children, middle class children. So I would like to ask question regarding that. Yeah, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Can you please suggest me how could I introduce poetic devices to the students of middle school? So it will be very challenging for us.
Yeah. The thing is, poetic devices, see, as you know, the way in which you deal with children based on, with respect to language skills is from class 1 to 5, you will be focusing on lots of activities pertaining to listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Writing only the basics. Writing only the basics like maybe handwriting, and then spelling, simple punctuation marks, as well as simple sentences. And then maybe 4 to 5 sentence paragraph. That is the focus which you will give for children from class 1 to 5. And after 5, you will be giving the orientation with respect to different kinds of paragraphs. That too through example. But the literary devices and all that you will be orienting only after class 8. So till class 8, you will be actually giving examples only. Just expose them to variety of poems, the different genres, and then there are amazing literature with poetic poems for children. You may have to expose them to that. And then, as I told you, the Gutenberg project site, which I told, if you go there, you will find amazing, beautiful poems for children. So, which you have to extract. Only thing is, only when we are, how do you cook a wonderful dish? Only when you have good quality ingredients. So, ingredients matter a lot. So, first, let us equip with all the resources, and with that, you slowly start using and know the process, and then definitely you will be extremely, doing well in transacting the teaching learning process. So
thank you.
Please explore the resources. I don't want to suggest any one particular thing, because teaching and learning process is an explorative one. Every minute, every day, we are learning something new and then upgrading ourselves. So, so I don't want to suggest any particular way. It's not a readily fast food, which is available. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I convinced you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Namaste, madam.
Namaste.
This is Dr. Jagan Mohan from Vedic University, Tirupati, madam.
Okay. Hello, sir.
Yeah, your presentation was very lucid.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, like the genre of drama, it has become dormant nowadays. Like your expressions were very rejuvenating.
Okay.
Actually, I did my research on African American dramatic tradition.
Okay.
Lorraine Hansberry's. Like sometimes we make the students also to enact certain things in our university also. Like it was pretty useful, like all the suggestions that you gave.
Okay.
And we hope to interact with you in future also. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes, Mr. Ali.
It was a wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you for all the innovative things that you brought to us, and I am really excited to use them on my children.
Yeah.
And there is one more issue that is more basic. It's not related to technology, but it's something related to the students' mindsets.
Huh.
Now, when I teach poetry, I feel like I transact most of what the poet has intended, but then there is something that that a set of students, or maybe they don't have this quality to appreciate such kind of poetics, because I teach engineering students, so it is more difficult for me. Is there any way that I can make them more sensitive to poetry? Is there anything that I can do, especially through online mode?
Yeah, as I think you can use Padlet and other resources. There are amazing resources online for transacting that you can do. But
Hello, ma'am.
Sorry, I understand your concern, Mr. Ali. You can only take a hot water, but you can't make it drink, isn't it?
That's true, ma'am. That's true.
So the thing is, we can't even blame the students. You know why? Because the primary education, the exposure, because we as a developing country, there are a lot of social issues, culturally, politically, and then the civil rights issues and all these issues. And then especially the primary education, we need to strengthen. That is why my passion is to strengthen the public education system, and especially the government education systems. So if we empower teachers, we can empower our children. Many a times we still lack a lot of strength among our teachers. So that might be the main reason, because you cannot expect 100% participation at the higher levels, because they have their own issues and problems and their experiences, their exposure to language, competency, all this, it's a mixed bag. So you cannot really find success, but you should be happy if at least 10 to 20% of the students are able to appreciate. So let it be marginal, it's okay, but you're making a lot of difference in their lives. So I think we need to be very, very hopeful and then try our best. Yeah, that is my answer.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Dr. Kimlata, are we done?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
More part. Yes.
I'm Radha.
Yes, Radha.
Ma'am, I myself am a scholar pursuing my PhD in the area of the modern Indian drama.
Okay.
And today I'm extremely very happy, ma'am, that it's the points you quoted are highly beneficiary to my research. I would like to acknowledge all my extra knowledge what I benefited from you. Have a nice day, ma'am. Truly, it was a wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am. And looking forward for more interactions with you.
Yes. I have shared my number and email. You can be in touch. No issue.
Yeah, ma'am. Definitely. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One more question from YouTube chat, ma'am.
Okay.
That is, I'll read it for you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Shall I?
Yes, please.
How drama teaching will help in computer science and engineering lectures?
How drama. It is something like honing your whole personality through drama. And then in computer applications, you can use all the techniques and then develop computer apps and so on, so that it will reach the larger mass. It has relevance, you cannot say, because all computer applications or whatever artificial intelligence and then big data analytics that happens, it is not technology friendly, it has to be people friendly. So there is complete relevance. Our technology should become more and more humane in its processes, and then it should be user friendly. So to do that, drama definitely helps. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Any more questions from the participants? Any more questions?
Hey,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hema.
Radha Madhavi, ma'am. Yes, tell me, ma'am.
Hemlata, Dr. Hemlata.
Ma'am, tell me, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Dr. Hemlata, sorry for the interruption. One more greetings from a friend of mine by name Asha Jyoti to Padmashri ma'am.
Okay, yeah, please tell. Yes,
Ma'am,
Asha.
Mrs. Asha Jyoti, a friend of mine, asked me to convey her wishes to you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Convey my regards to her too.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely.
I think questions. Any participants? Questions, please. Oh. One more. Ma'am, I think no
Yes,
more
sir.
questions.
Okay.
Shashi sir is there?
Yeah.
Sir?
Sir
Shashi
is
sir?
there, madam. Yes, madam. He's there, and I think he's talking to someone. He's there.
I think sir will join the session for a few minutes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for exploring different digital tools to involve in the classroom teaching. I hope all the participants, they take the help of the digital tools and they involve these tools in their teaching learning process. Of course, these will be explored by the students also, and students get benefited out of them. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for introducing such wonderful digital tools. Thank you for your presentation, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sir, Sasi, sir? Sasi, sir? It's not listening, I think. One second, please. Sir will join the session, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we call?
Sorry for the delay. I called him, but he is engaging with other session. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Anyway, thank you for your interactive session. And I think all the participants, they have enjoyed your session. Now, I would like to request M. Pochia, sir, Assistant Professor of English, Adikavinana University, MSN campus, to give his vote of thanks. Oh, sorry, sir.
Madam,
Sorry.
Ashok sir will speak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I forgot that one, sir. I invite Ashok sir, Professor Ashok sir, Head of the Department English, to give few words to address the participants.
Thank you, madam.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay, madam. Before we hear a formal vote of thanks by co-convener, let me express my sincere thanks to yesterday's resource person, Sasidhar Garu, and today's resource person, Madam Padmasri Garu. Thank you so much, madam, for spending your valuable time with us and sharing valuable information with us.
Thank you.
And I would like to appreciate and congratulate the convener of this webinar, Dr. Hemalata, and co-convener, Mr. Pochaya, for taking initiation to conduct this webinar. I also thank all the participants for making a grand success. Thank you, Ananda. So definitely we will utilize these tools, madam, and I too have got benefited, and we will utilize in days to come all these tools. Thank you, Ananda. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I request Pochia sir to give formal vote of thanks to the session.
Okay, madam.
Over to you, sir.
Madam, okay, madam.
Yes.
Good morning to one and all. I am privileged to propose vote of thanks. Chief patron of this today national webinar, Vice Chancellor of our Adikavi Nannaya University, Professor M. Jagannath Rao sir. I thank him, and thanks to Registrar of our Adikavi Nannaya University, Professor B. Gangadhar Rao sir, and Special Officer of our campus, Adikavi Nannaya University, MSN campus, Kakinada, Special Officer Professor S. Prashanti Sri ma'am for supporting this webinar, and Head of the Department of English, Professor T. Ashok sir, to be behind this webinar, supporting in all the aspects and conveying all the information to the that means he bridged between the university authorities and this conveners of the program. And I'm thankful. We thank resource persons, B. Shashidhar Garu and Madam Padmasri ma'am. Today, Ma'am Padmasri ma'am, today you enlighten the participants with your knowledge in that the digital sources, and we thank you, ma'am. And I would like to thank faculty colleagues, that is who are the members of this organizing committee, Radha Madhavi garu and Esratnam sir, and Professor Sri Ramesh garu, Jyotirmai garu, and Sanya Raj garu, and Ali, and I also thank Vijay Srivani garu, and most important, all the technical sessions were organized and controlled by webmaster of Adikavi Nannaya University. That's why we are also thankful to him. Sir, thank you, sir, for supporting us. And we will, moreover, Dr. P. Hamalata Garu, organizer of this program, in spite of all that means unfavorable conditions also, she took a struggle and she initiated this today webinar, and we thank you, ma'am. And moreover, I would like to announce that the demography of our participants are from different states. It is surprised to see even the students from West Bengal and Haryana also registered for this webinar, and the faculty members, research scholars, and the students. All these people are from different states of this India. For that we thank. And finally, I would like to thank all who supported directly or indirectly to make this webinar a grand success. I think, though whatever you say, whether grand success or success, we feel that it is successful. That's why, Madam, once again, I thank convener of this webinar, P. Hamalata garu. Thank you, Madam, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving such a wonderful vote of thanks, and including all the members, those who supported us. And it is a collective work. From my side, I did something, and others, many people helped me to make this program. Of course, this is my first initiative program or initiative webinar. In spite of the problems we faced, anyhow, somehow we have organized this one. And I heartfully convey my thanks to all the supporters of the program, my head of the department, my faculty members, and all the participants. And moreover, I am very thankful to the resource persons, Shashidhar sir and Padmasri ma'am, who made this session, who made the webinar successful. Of course, participants are less, but I hope all the participants who joined in this program benefited out of this webinar. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. Thank you, all the participants. And feedback link will be shared among the groups and to the individual mails so that you can get your certificate within 1 week. With these words, I would like to conclude the session. Any other questions from the participants? Queries? If no questions and no doubts, then we'll end the session. Ma'am, Padmasri ma'am, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. At last, I just want to thank the whole team, and especially Hemalata and Shashidhar sir for bringing me on this platform. And then, allowing me to learn along with you.
You made us learn, ma'am.
Thank you. All of you maintain physical distance, but have a very good social distance, social bonding together. And then let's make life beautiful through this online transactions and so on. Yeah, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, all the participants.
Madam.
Yes.
Certificate, it may take some time to
Yes,
give
I
certificate. Tell them.
one, sir. Yes, sir. All the participants, please note that we'll send feedback link to your emails and to the groups so that after completion, after filling the feedback form, you will get your certificate. It takes 1 week time. Within 1 week, you will get your certificate. Thank you very much for your participation and continuous interest in learning something. Stay home, stay safe. Sir, Srinivas sir. Srinivas sir. Webmaster Srinivas sir. Srinivas sir.
Madam, I spoke with him, madam. It's not a problem. He will